Just a second, sir. We are going live on YouTube and then we'll start over here. Okay. We have Dean sir with us. So Namita ma'am, can we begin? Namaste Sharade Devi Saraswati Mati Prade Vasatvam Mama Jivhagre Sarva Vidya Pradabhava. Good afternoon to one and all who have joined us. And I, Dr. Nidhi Argade, coordinator of AFSA UG, welcome you all to this webinar, which is organized by Accounting and Financial Student Association, AFSA UG, in association with the CS Institute. I'll of course tell you in detail about that. But before we begin our program, let's start with university song. So I request a technical support, Bhavin sir, to please play the university song. Thank you, sir. Am I audible to
Yes,
everyone? We
yes,
have some
Yes,
messages in
ma'am.
the chat. Okay. Okay. I welcome you all to this webinar, which is on Choose Professional Career for a Better Tomorrow, career counseling webinar specially for company secretary, which is organized by Accounting and Finance Student Association AFSA UG, Department of Accounting and Financial Management, Faculty of Commerce, the Maharaja Sayaji Rao University of Baroda, in association with Vadodara chapter of WIRC of ICSI. I at outset thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir Professor Parimal Vyas for his constant support and guidance for the faculty as well as for the department. I welcome Professor Ketan Upadhyay Sir, Head Department of Accounting and Financial Management, Faculty of Commerce, and Dean Faculty of Commerce, as well as President of AFSA. I welcome Namita Shah ma'am and Sushila Maheshwari ma'am, who are the speakers for today. Before we proceed for our inaugural address from a respected Dean Sir, I would briefly like to introduce AFSA to all of you. As I mentioned earlier, AFSA UG is a student association for the students who have specialization in accounting and financial management in their second as well as in the third year. AFSA is working more than 2 decades as of now, and we organize many activities for our students ranging from subject talks, expert talks on various aspects, career counseling seminars, as well as industrial visits and festival celebrations, sports events, all for our student. That was pre-corona times. But last year, we all know that we are in new normal now, and due to this, as per guidance of our head and dean sir, last year also we have organized many webinars for our student related to their subject as well as on various subjects pertaining in the industry. So in the same line, today also we are having this webinar. I now like to request our head and dean sir, Professor Ketan Upadhyay sir, for his inaugural address. Sir, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Nidhi. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
No,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you so much.
Yes, sir.
I am right now in the university office. So, and in the university office, there is no Wi-Fi connection. So, I'm speaking from outside in the nature. First of all, I welcome all you dear students. Dear students, this program is meant for you. Generally, this program is organized by students only, but since you are not attending the faculty offline, so we thought that we should invite you by organizing this type of program of online mode. So first of all, I would like to invite you that in small number, please start attending offline classes in the campus so that we can start organizing this type of extracurricular and co-curricular activities in the campus under the banner of Accounting and Finance Student Association UG. I thank Dr. Nidhi for organizing this event. On 9th also we are organizing similar event. But before that, I would like to thank the Institute of Company Secretary, Vadodara chapter, and their office bearer, CS Namita Madam, and past chairman, Sushila Maheshwari ji, to come to Faculty of Commerce on online mode and addressing our students in the area of choosing a company secretary career. Now, friends, please understand that over and above doing Bachelor of Commerce, some of you or many of you are in the process of deciding your professional career. And company secretaryship is one more professional career available to you. Institute office bearers are kind enough that they are joining with us. Friends, you will be happy to know that the institute is going to join with us in a long-term relationship. They are going to invite you to their official platform. They are going to give you some internship. They are going to give you placements. So all in all, it is for the benefit of the students of Faculty of Commerce. So I would like you that you please attend such type of program. You please enroll yourself into APSA. Dr. Nidhi will ask you how to become online members of our association. Once again, I thank CS Namita Sa Madam, Chairperson of ICSI Vadodara Chapter, and Dr. Susila Maheshwari ji for accepting our invitation to address our students and giving them career guidance. I understand that CS Namita Madam and the CS Susila Maheshwari are also present in this. So, Dr. Nidhi, please check they are there.
Yes, sir, they are there. Their video is
Okay.
also. Yes, sir.
Now, since I'm busy with our interview schedule, so I wanted to stay throughout the process, but it is not allowed to me. So
No, sir, we are so
I
thankful.
once again thank you all. I welcome all the students. And Dr. Nidhi, please invite them to the campus also in small numbers, right? And all the best. God bless you. Thank you so much. I'm closing now. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for joining among the busy schedule. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Please take care.
Sure, sir. Thank you. As sir already said, AFSA is continuously working for betterment of student. So if you have any contribution to made, if you want any such further programs from us, you can always contact me. My number is already there on flyer. And now I once again welcome CS Namita Shah ma'am, the chairperson of Vadodara chapter of ICSI, and CS Sujila Maheshwari ma'am, past chairman of Vadodara chapter of ICSI, and we are thankful to WIRC for arranging this particular webinar. Now I hand over to Namita ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Nidhi Argade. Thanks a lot for your support for organizing this program in association with AFSA UG. And I would request you to allow me to share my screen so that I can make some presentation or I can begin.
Yes, ma'am. Can you please make ma'am host, Namita ma'am? Just a
I
second.
also thank Ketan Bhai for giving us this opportunity through you to organize at such a short notice. We were looking forward for such career awareness programs where we can inform all the UG students what are the benefits of enrolling yourself with a professional program. Because along with a degree, if you have a professional program, it makes a lot of difference. It elevates your career graph, you know, from a normal degree. If you go into a professional career, you don't need anything else, only the degree speaks for itself. The abbreviations attached to it are CA, CMA or CWA or CS, whatever, they speak for itself. So I think like as a doctor speaks for you, the same way CS speaks for us. Shall I share my screen?
Yes, ma'am. You and Maheshwari ma'am both are hosts now, so you can share your screens whenever you want.
Okay. Okay. To begin with, why should you choose a professional career over, for a better tomorrow? The main reasons, or I should say, for a BCom or an NCom student, why does a professional career become very important? Is because you can do along with or besides BCom and MCom, you can also do various professional programs. But there are three professions which you can do even while studying BCom, and those are chartered accountancy, those are company secretary, and cost accountancy. Where in chartered accountancy, you need an expert knowledge in accountancy. As you all know, in CS, you require an expert knowledge in law. Similarly, for a CMA, you require an expert knowledge in costing. Now, which is a career opportunity best for you depends upon your interest. But let's begin with if you require if you want to become a company secretary, the reason why it is more lucrative is because there are so many other careers which require a lot of efforts to clear out. Well, in CS with normal or very less efforts, you can get a professional degree. Of course, hard work is everywhere required. As you see, why CS is worth doing is because you can, if you're interested in law degree, you can do a CS program. It's very easy to crack, but of course with great efforts. If you always get a professional profile to it, like you can always be called as a CS, the abbreviation states itself. You can get on-job training where you'll be properly trained. There's nothing like a difference. Whatever you study, you have to implement it, and whatever you implement it, the same training goes further in your profession. So whatever, while becoming a CS, you will be trained enough to work as an independent company secretary in a company. So this is an advantage of a professional course, where once you clear the course, you are ready for the company to absorb you and to take you as a professional company secretary, where you can work independently in a legal or a company secretary CS team. Then you can have connections with higher authorities, where you have to deal and liaison with various regulatory authorities. You have to deal with banks. You have to deal with all such authorities which require your personality to come out, your personality to deal with them, to liaison with them. So that always requires a lot of influential characteristics that you should possess. Then again, age is no criteria here. There is, you can join it at any time. Again, flexible timings where your studies, it's not like you have to study the entire day or in the morning. You can study anytime. Only the exam schedules are fixed. You can study whenever you want. Again, the exam the syllabus or the modules that you select also depends upon your choice. You can select either a first module or second module or vice versa, and you can go ahead with it. So this is then here is what is the highlight of this course. You can do a company secretary course post 12th standard also. That means you don't require to be a graduate. Of course, if you're a graduate, it always adds a level because your maturity level increases, your professional acceptance increases, your way to understand the subject increases. So of course, a 12th pass student, a graduate is any day better than a 12th pass student. But again, you can also start as early as 12th. After 12th, you can start with such professional course. Again, there is no entry barrier. Every student can enroll for a CS program. It is very cost effective. If you are entering into a college or with a or an MBA program, the cost of enrollment is very high, whereas in a professional course, it is very cost effective. Again, distance learning, you can learn from anywhere across the country or across the globe. Again, 24/7 e-learning, you can study it from anywhere, and you can, it depends upon how much time you give to get it through. There are people, or there are number of cases who have cleared it in first trial, and it happens, and it with very minimal efforts also. Again, the flexibility of registration, you can, once registered, it's not necessary that you have to clear it in 2 attempts or you have to clear it. You can clear it in 5 attempts. The registration is valid for 5 years, and again, it can be renewed. But that is also a secondary case. The flexibility in schedule always helps you. If you want to take a break or take a break from an exam, it can be very well taken care of. Then again, an excellent career opportunity as a CS professional. The position here, the important thing is power and prestige. The CS program, the CS professional sits among the board members or sits among the top management of the company. So he has direct access to the board members, and and I think my counterpart, CS Sushila Maheshwari, she's on board, or she's into a management of a company, multinational Panasonic, so she'll be in a more better position to explain you how it works. But you can be at par with that top management. The remuneration and growth opportunities are ample. It's just a sky is the limit, I should say. It's up to you how much you can move ahead with your personal goals. Again, a best career option for girls. I would not like to hear genderize on it, but again, there in many various sects, it happens that the girls are not allowed to move around. Even today, to go for professional career. So while sitting at home or in your city, you can opt for such professional degree. And once you are through, you can be posted into your comfort zone company. So, and also if you are a practicing company secretary, you can have your own practice. So it is flexible that way also. Then there are sectors or various opportunities across. As I said, in any city, any company will require a company secretary with, if you are willing to join that. So wherever you are located, job opportunities will always be there. Even ICSI has tied up. ICSI is a mother institute. That is, I come to it in the next slide. So ICSI has tied with various institutes outside India also. One of such MOU is with ISCA, that is at London, and there are various other MOUs, and which allows you to, which allows company secretary profession to be recognized in countries like Canada, like Australia, Singapore, and so Dubai, so many other countries. CS, of course, London itself. So many countries recognize the company secretary profession. So it is a global degree nowadays. Now all about ICSI. ICSI basically it's a professional national body which is based in Delhi, and it is constituted under the Act of Parliament, and it is under the Act of the Company Secretaries Act 1980. The institute has been constituted, and the institute mainly functions under the jurisdiction of Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Government of India. So we are directly related to MCA, that is the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. And basically the main intention of the institute is to provide top quality and updated education to its students in the profession of company secretary, so that the members in order to allow a quality standards to its members and to regulate and develop the profession of company secretaries basically. So we are always updated. The syllabus is always updated every 6 months. The amendments will be taken into incorporation. So whatever you study will always be an updated information. So by the time you end it with your professional degree, you will be always updated with what the current scenario is all about. These are the the role of company secretary, I would say, and they are also called the governance professionals. These are various areas where the company secretary is recognized or the role is divided into. You could be an advisor to board of directors. You could be called a key managerial person. You will be a compliance officer. Then there are secretarial auditors who are a practicing company secretary. Then there are corporate risk managers. There are registered valuers, GST professionals, insolvency professionals. You can be also recognized for your internal auditing, for corporate planning and strategic management. All these are the areas where a company secretary's role becomes very vital. And when I say very vital, it of course means that you are the person who will be making the decision on behalf of board, and the board has to listen to you in order to make in order to go in a better governance position. So your role will never be ignored as a company secretary. Company secretary are divided into two major areas. One is company secretary in employment. The other is called the company secretary in practice, where a person who's working for the company for a single company, it is a listed company, every listed company and every other company who has a paid up capital of about 10 crores needs to employ a company secretary, and that's how they become a company secretary in employment. And the other is company secretary in practice, where you can have a whole lot of clientele. The clients will ask you for your professional guidance, how a company secretary, you have to profess them in all that legal aspects, and you'll have to guide them. How should the company be heading? What are the decisions that they should make in order not to violate any law that is applicable to them or any other applicable laws? You have to guide them besides the corporate law, of course. These are the role of company secretary. If they are in employment, then they are called as the key managerial personnel. That is, they are the main. They are one of the board of member who's responsible for all the affairs of the company, decision making, and of course they are the officers in default also. What are the key managerial personnel? For your benefit, I would like to brief out on what one of, if one among us one becomes a company secretary, how important his role is. He's among this top 5 person. He would be equivalent to a chief executive officer, CEO, or an MD. He would be equivalent to a chief financial officer. He would be equivalent to a manager. He would be equivalent to a whole-time director. So you are, besides a compliance officer, you are also a key managerial person. That is, you are on board and you will be part of the team. As I said, a person who's actively involved in the day-to-day affairs of the company and taking care of the legal aspect of the company as well. These are the areas where a company secretary in practice focuses on. It is a multidisciplinary function, but again, you have to carry out secretarial audit, you have to carry out compliances, you have to file returns, you have to provide pre-certifications of e-forms. Even a company secretary in employment has to approach a practicing company secretary for certain certifications, where a practicing company secretary who is an outsider gives a certificate that all the activities going on in the company are going as per the as a legal manner, though it is with the help of those company secretaries in employment, but still it has to be given by a practicing company secretary. Then there is you have to help as a professional in case a company you are with a company liquidator or something. So you have to also provide assistance to them. So there a company secretary is required. And then if you want to represent in front of a tribunal, whether it's a company law tribunal or an income tax tribunal, whatever tribunals, you are allowed to practice in front of tribunals. So that is some area which has newly developed, and with lot of adjudications and all things happening, this thing has come out these days. Tribunals and by that way, insolvency professionals have also come up in a big way. Then appointment of a company secretary as an administrator, where they will take care of all the working of the company in case of any major default in the company. So then reducing or compounding or adjudication of penalties, all these things, these are the wider areas. There is a lot of it into it. These are the major areas that a company secretary needs to focus in their profession. To know more further about this, I would request CS Sushila Maheshwari to take over and explain you how the things work, what else is required from what else is required for a student if they want to enroll for a company secretaryship program. What else is required, or what are the exams that they have to clear, and how recognition will be, how they'll get the recognition in a phase-wise manner. So I hand over the mic further to Sushila Maheshwari ji, who will take us further with the exam schedule and everything.
Sushila ma'am, you need to unmute yourself. Meanwhile, I request all the students to please note down if you have any questions to be asked to CS Namita ma'am or CS Sushila ma'am. So you can please note them down, and at the end, one by one, I'll unmute you and you can ask your question. Similarly, if you have any questions regarding AFSA or something, that also you can ask at the end. Yes, Sushila ma'am, please.
Thank you, Namita ma'am. At the outset, I would like to thank MS University for providing us with the opportunity to be amongst the young students of MS University. And as my friend Ms. Namita Shah told you, that why you would be opting for the course of company secretaries. She has touched upon certain important portions. Since I am in the employment, Ms. Namita Shah is in practice. She is having her own practice of company secretaries.
मैम आपकी वॉइस नहीं आ रही है.
हेलो, इज इट अभी आ रही है क्या? ओके, हेलो,
थोड़ी कम थी, अभी ठीक है.
अच्छा अभी ठीक है. ओके ओके, थैंक यू. So I will Namita ma'am has shared with you that as to why you would be choosing the company secretary course. I would just be shedding some light on as to how you can become the company secretary. But before that, since I have been associated with the corporates for 20 years, I would also like to add something which Ms. Shah had added. If you would like to have, if you would like to have a very good and bright future with the corporates, go for the company secretaries. As Namita Madam told, that you would be having the direct access with the board members. So dear students, if you would like to be the part and parcel of the top management of big corporates and multinational companies, CS is one such course which would be giving you the direct access to the board members of the company. You would be having the right to sit with the board members during board meetings and audit committee meetings. Apart from being in the board meetings, you would also be recognized as the Chief Compliance Officer of the company. You would also be given recognition as the KMP of the company, which is at par with the CFO of the company, CEO of the company, and full-time directors of the company. Besides this, you would also be the principal officer of the company who would be having access to all the shareholders of the company, because you would be the only bridge between the owners who are the shareholders of the company and the company. So you would be talking all the shareholders. This may range from 5,000 to 50 lakh shareholders also. Apart from this, since you are the commerce students, you might be knowing that in company form of business, the shareholders are the real owners of the organization, but the decision making is being done by the board members only. So you would be the one person who would be sitting in the board meetings while board members are deciding the strategies of the company, or they might be formulating the policy of the company. You would be only person who would be noting down all the board decisions, and you would be dispatching, or you would be sharing all those decisions with the top management of the company for implementation. So I would say you would be working as a bridge between the board members of the company as well as top management of your company. You would be having all those confidential information. All the important agreements would go through your hands only. You would be the only person, apart from CFO and directors, who would be signing the board reports and who would be signing the balance sheet of the company. You would be talking to the SEBI, you would be having access to the stock exchanges. Your name would be displayed as the company secretary and compliance officer with the website of the company, SEBI, stock exchanges. You would also be treated as the nodal officer for the IEPF authority. So I would say that this is a very lucrative career. If you would like to join the top brass of the company, you should surely be joining the company secretary. And as Namita ma'am told, that no gender this one, but for girls especially this course is very important, because this would be giving you the access to the top-notch management of the company. So with this, I would just be explaining you as to how you can join the company secretary course. This course has been divided into 3 stages. Stage 1 talks on the CS executive entrance test. After that, you need to go through the executive program and then professional program, followed by certain trainings. Just a second. So CS executive is the entrance examination. If you have passed your 12th standard, or even if you are appearing for your senior secondary examination, you can get yourself enrolled for CS executive entrance examination. The exams are being conducted 4 times in a year. So this depends on the date of your online registration. If you have got yourself registered during 6th December to 15th April, you would be appearing in the exam, which will be there in 2nd or 3rd week of May. If you are getting yourself enrolled between April to June, then exam would be in 2nd or 3rd week of July. Online registration between July to October, then exam would be in November. And if your registration is between 16th October to 15th December, you would be appearing in exam maybe in 2nd or 3rd week of January. So 4 times in a year, there are Just a second. Infinite commerce is requesting remote control of your screen. This is one of the cheapest course. Registration fees is just 1,000 rupees. एक अच्छा पिज्जा खाने चाहोगे तो मेरे ख्याल से 1,000 रुपए का आएगा. So very cheap. Now the criteria for CSEET exam. This exam has been divided into two portions. One is computer-based MCQ, which is having 4 subjects. One is business communication, legal aptitude and legal reasoning, economic and business environment, and current affairs. Other one is vice versa, duration 15 minutes on presentation and communication skill. This exam is very simple. Even Vadodara has got All India rankers. Every year we are having All India rankers also. So the passing percentages, you need to get 50% in aggregate and minimum 40% marks in each subject would be required to pass this exam. There are certain exemptions. If you have passed the CS Foundation exam, there is no need to appear in this exam without any exemption fees. But if you have passed your CA examination, final exam of CA or final exam of CMA, which we call ICW also, you need to apply for exemption along with the fees of 5,000 rupees. Even if you have done your graduation with minimum 50% marks or post-graduation without any criteria, there is no need to appear in this examination. There is one new initiative by the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. These students who would like to join CS and they have lost their parents, legal guardians, adopted parents due to any reason, including COVID-19 pandemic, then the examination fees for executive would be waived off by the ICSI. So without payment of any fees, they can enroll for this course. After passing first course, the main course has been divided into 2 parts, CS Executive Program and CS Professional Programs. So cutoff dates are 31st May and 31st July for both the exams. So if your registration is earlier, like 31st May, you may appear for both the modules of Executive in December same year. If your registration has completed on 31st July, you may appear in one module of Executive in December same year. Same way, if you are getting registered on 30th November, you can attend both the modules of Executive in June next year. So if you are getting yourself registered now, you would be able to appear in both the modules of June 2022 exam. If you will get yourself registered on 31st January, you would be able to give one module ka exam in June. Same is with executive pass students who are planning for professional program. You need to pass CS Executive first for that. These are this is the syllabus. So for executive, there are 2 modules. You may call 2 groups also. Both the groups are of 4 subjects. So module 1 would be having jurisprudence, interpretation, and general law, which would be polishing your legal knowledge. Second would be company law. You would be learning as to how to incorporate the company, how to operate the company, and how to close down the company. What are the board members? What are the various kinds of meetings under this subject? Then setting up of business entities and closure. You all know, being a commerce students, that there are the partnership firm, company, cooperative society, and individual like proprietorship. So you would be knowing as to how to set up all these different kinds of business entities and how to close those. Tax laws, no need to explain, direct tax and indirect taxes. Then we come to module 2, corporate and management accounting. You all know what is accounting. Then comes securities laws and capital markets. You will come to know about the various laws of SEBI, which is governing the shares, debentures, and fixed deposits and other kinds of securities in the market. Economic, business, and commercial laws, these are the general laws which are impacting any kind of business setup of the company. Then comes financial and strategic management. You all know what is the financial and strategic management. Here you will be knowing as to what is capital budgeting, how companies taking different decisions, and what are the strategies and how the strategies are being formulated by the board members. Then coming to the CS professional program, in CS executive, we don't need that much expert knowledge, but in CS professional program, you are supposed to be the expert of your topic. So there are 3 modules, 1, 2, 3. Every module contains 3 subjects. So under module 1, governance, risk management, compliance, and ethics. So you would be learning as to what is governance, why governance is required. You might have seen many case laws in the newspapers, something for insider trading, something for related party transactions. Some of the MD might have been removed by the company. So all this you would be learning until module 1, governance, risk management, and ethics. Then comes advanced tax laws. Third would be drafting pleadings and appearances, which is very important for a company secretary, because after becoming a company secretary, most of the time you would also be having the legal department also. So all the important agreements would come to you for waiting and approval and signing also. So you should be having very good knowledge on drafting pleadings and appearances also. Module 2, you would be learning, as Namita madam told you, that you can have secretarial audit assignment while doing your own practice. So you will learn as to how to conduct secretarial audit, what are the compliance management fundas, and if your company would like to have merger, acquisition, or amalgamation, and how to do due diligences of the big corporates. Then comes the corporate restructuring, insolvency, liquidation, and winding up. Here you would be taking all the big decisions as to how to merge the company, how to do amalgamation, absorption, or the liquidation, etc., or how to close down the companies. Then sixth would be like third of module 2 would be resolution of corporate disputes, non-compliances, and remedies. Module 3 is really interesting because here you would be getting 2 subjects as open book exam. So आपको बहुत ज़्यादा पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है, थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ के जाएंगे. You would be allowed to keep one book. You would be allowed to keep book with you. So first paper would be corporate funding and listings in stock exchanges. If you would be joining some companies who would like to get their shares or securities listed in stock exchanges, you would be learning as to how to get funds in the corporates and how to get listing done in the stock exchanges. 8th paper would be multidisciplinary case studies, and this would be open book examination. So you can have little bit from the like आप बहुत थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ के अगर आपको पता होगा कि कौन सी चीजें कहाँ पे, you can get benefit from the books. Then 9th paper giving you the ample option. There are 5 subjects, you have to choose any one of those. So it depends whether you are interested in banking, insurance, intellectual property rights, labor laws, or insolvency. You need to choose any one of those, and you would be having open book also. So this was all about the syllabus of CS. As such, I would be saying that it is not very tough, but yes, you need to have qualitative study. You need to give proper time to study because you would be sitting at the top of the company. So you would be having the expert knowledge of all these areas. There is one more initiative by the institute, which is integrated company secretary course. So this is different from the CS little bit. The objective is to have full-time integrated CS course for the CS students. So highlights are there would be very small batch size, maybe 50, maximum 50, full-day classroom teaching, and you would be getting experts from the very big companies like Reliance, Mahindra & Mahindra, and Tata's. There would be personality development sessions also, and industry experts and regulatory visits you would be given, like you can visit BSc, NSC, or SEBI, etc. You would be getting mock board meetings, mock AGM, so that you would be getting the real feel as to how to conduct the board meetings, like how you would be sitting in the boardroom. You would be given that environment. Then you would be getting reading room and library access, the dedicated academic officer, and special coffee sessions. You would be having the opportunity to sit with the top-notch company secretaries of the big corporate houses. Eligibility criteria is you should be the company secretary and executive entrance test passed, or any graduate with 50%. Then you need to give written test, GD, and PI. fee structure, this is gonna be for a period of 1 year. Fee structure is 2.5 lakhs per annum. But remember, this is not the basic CS course which we started. This is something else. Just a second. Hello. Sorry. Hello. एक सेकंड हाँ, जस्ट अ सेकंड. I have been okay, so I think आप समझ गए होंगे कि CS को हमने 3 भागों में डिवाइड कर दिया है. पहले एंट्रेंस एग्जाम है, उसके बाद में एग्जीक्यूटिव एग्जाम है और उसके बाद में प्रोफेशनल एग्जाम है. एग्जीक्यूटिव एग्जाम में हमने देखा कि 4 सब्जेक्ट हैं, 2 मॉड्यूल हैं. CS का प्रोफेशनल प्रोग्राम में 3 मॉड्यूल है. मॉड्यूल 1 में 3 पेपर हैं, मॉड्यूल 2 में 3 पेपर हैं और मॉड्यूल 3 में 3 पेपर हैं. मॉड्यूल 3 में आपको एक बेनिफिट मिल रहा है कि सिर्फ एक पेपर आपको रूटीन एग्जाम के हिसाब से देना है, बाकी के 2 पेपर आपका ओपन बुक है. सो यू कैन कैरी, आप अपना बुक को साथ में कैरी कर सकते हैं. और पेपर 3 में आपको 5 ऑप्शन दिए जा रहे हैं. या आप बैंकिंग चूज कर सकते हैं, इंश्योरेंस चूज कर सकते हैं, आपको इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी लाइक कॉपीराइट, ट्रेडमार्क, पेटेंट वगैरह में इंटरेस्ट है तो आप वो चूज कर सकते हैं. आप लेबर लॉज चूज कर सकते हैं, इंसॉल्वेंसी चूज कर सकते हैं. देन ये CS का एक कोर्स है जिसके बारे में मैंने बताया. अगर आपको ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन में. देन ये कोर्स ज्वाइन करने के बाद में सबसे पहले रिक्वायरमेंट होती है कि आपको एक ट्रेनिंग अटेंड करना होता है. सो एक सिर्फ 1 दिन का ट्रेनिंग होता है जिसमें हम आपको ओरिएंटेशन देते हैं. उस ओरिएंटेशन में हम आपको ये बताते हैं कि हमारा इंस्टीट्यूट लाइक ICSI क्या है, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी के रोल्स एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज क्या होंगे, हम लोग कैसे पढ़ाई करेंगे, आपके कोर्स का करिकुलम क्या होगा, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी के पूरे कोर्स में आपको क्या सिखाया जाएगा, आपकी कंपनी सेक्रेटरीशिप का ड्यूरेशन क्या होगा, एग्जाम्स के पैटर्न्स क्या होंगे, प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग्स कैसे ली जाएंगी और कौन सी स्किल्स या एप्टीट्यूड्स, कौन सी विशेषताएं हैं जो कि आपको CS बनने में मदद करेंगी या एक सक्सेसफुल कंपनी सेक्रेटरी बनने में आपको हेल्प करेंगी. और यहाँ पे कुछ ट्रेनिंग रिक्वायरमेंट है. आपको 2 एग्जाम्स पास करनी है एंट्रेंस के बाद में. उसके बाद में 1 महीने का एग्जीक्यूटिव डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम करके ट्रेनिंग आएगा जिसमें 15 दिन आपको ऑनलाइन मोड, जैसे कि हम अभी कर रहे हैं क्लासरूम मोड में, ऐसे आपको ट्रेनिंग लेना है. और दूसरा आपका ऑफलाइन होगा. उसके बाद में एग्जीक्यूटिव के बाद में आप 21 महीने की प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं किसी भी इंडस्ट्री के साथ या प्रैक्टिसिंग कंपनी सेक्रेटरीज के साथ. अभी मैं अपनी बात बताऊं तो मेरे पास 4 स्टूडेंट ऐसे हैं जिनका कंपनी सेक्रेटरी कोर्स पूरा हो गया है और वो अपनी प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हैं. प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग के ड्यूरेशन में हम उन्हें वो वाली प्रैक्टिकल चीजें बताते हैं जो आप उन्हें ऑन द जॉब बता सकते हो, लाइक बोर्ड मीटिंग के लिए कैसे तैयारी करनी है, शेयर होल्डर्स के साथ क्या डीलिंग करना है. लाइक हम उन्हें ऐसे ग्रूम करते हैं कि कल उठ के अगर वो इंडिपेंडेंट कंपनी सेक्रेटरी बनेंगे तो कंपनी में कैसे काम करेंगे. बिकॉज पढ़ाई आपको थियरी सिखाएगी पर आपकी ट्रेनिंग आपको ये सिखाएगी कि प्रैक्टिकली आप चीजों के साथ कैसे डील करेंगे. उसके बाद आपकी एक और ट्रेनिंग होती है 1 महीने की, दैट इज रेसिडेंशियल कॉर्पोरेट लीडरशिप डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम, जो कि आपका प्रोफेशनल प्रोग्राम खत्म होने के बाद होगा. इसमें अगर आपके पास प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस है तो यू वुड बी गेटिंग दी एग्जेम्पशन ऑल्सो. अब मैं आपको बताऊंगी कि हमारी एग्जाम के बाद में हम लोग रिसेंट कैंपस इंटरव्यूज भी किए हैं और कैंपस इंटरव्यूज में आप लोगों के पास वो प्रतिभा है या वो सारी विशेषताएं हैं, तो काफी लोग जैसे सेबी में चुने गए हैं, स्टॉक एक्सचेंजेस में चुने गए हैं, बड़ी बड़ी एमएनसीज या लार्ज कॉर्पोरेट्स भी उन इंटरव्यूज में आते हैं। और अगर प्रॉपर कैंडिडेट है तो सैलरी के लिए वहां पे कोई रेस्ट्रिक्शंस नहीं है। मतलब 10, 20, 25 लाख से लेके 1 करोड़ तक की कंपनी की सैलरी कंपनी सेक्रेटरी ड्रॉ कर रहे हैं। बट अगेन आपकी सैलरी हमेशा डिपेंड करती है कि आप किस कंपनी में हो, आपकी अपनी इंडिविजुअल कैपेबिलिटीज क्या हैं। तो ये था सैलरी वाला पोर्शन। हम लोग वडोदरा में भी हम लोग क्लासेस चला रहे हैं। वी आर हैविंग ऑनलाइन क्लासेस आल्सो, छोटे छोटे बैचेस में हम क्लासेस ले रहे हैं। या हम लोग आपको बेस्ट फैकल्टीज मुहैया कराने की कोशिश करते हैं, कंसेप्ट क्लैरिटी होती है, पर्सनल अटेंशन दिया जाता है। आपको वडोदरा चैप्टर पे सारी इंफॉर्मेशन एक ही जगह पे मिलेगी। आप अपने फैकल्टी से कभी भी कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं। हम लोग आपके लिए डाउट क्लियरेंस क्लासेस भी रखते हैं। एक्सपर्ट्स और एक्सपीरियंस्ड फैकल्टीज हम आपके लिए रखेंगे रीजनेबल फी। वैसे तो लाइक सीएस के लिए पर्सनल कोचिंग क्लासेस भी चलते हैं, बट हमारा इंस्टीट्यूट जो क्लासेस चला रहा है दोस आर ओनली फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स। वहां पे कमाना हमारा मेन मोटिव नहीं होता है। हमारा मोटिव होता है आईसीएसआई के स्टूडेंट्स को कम से कम कॉस्ट पे अच्छी से अच्छी पढ़ाई अवेलेबल कराना। और अगर आप आईसीएसआई के क्लासेस ज्वाइन करते हो तो प्री एग्जामिनेशन टेस्ट से भी आपको एग्जेम्पशन मिलता है। तो आप हमारी वेबसाइट विजिट कर सकते हैं, वडोदरा चैप्टर को आप विजिट कर सकते हैं। आपको और कोई भी क्वेरी है या कोई भी क्वेश्चन है तो आप हमें कभी भी पूछ सकते हैं। हम लोग अपने जैसे आपने एडमिशन ले लिया है एग्जीक्यूटिव में और आप क्लासेस ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं तो आप हमारी वेबसाइट को विजिट कीजिए। वी आर हैविंग लाइब्रेरी फैसिलिटी विद द लेटेस्ट बुक्स। हमारे पास बहुत अच्छी फैकल्टीज हैं। कई फैकल्टीज तो शायद हम एमएस यूनिवर्सिटी से बुला रहे हैं। कुछ प्रोफेशनल हैं जो अपनी फील्ड से काफी पहुंचे हुए प्रोफेशनल हैं। प्रैक्टिकल अप्रोचेस को हम काफी तवज्जो देते हैं। वी आर गिविंग इम्पोर्टेंस ऑल्सो। एग्जामिनेशन जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि हम दे रहे हैं। अगर आप ज्वाइन करते हैं तो वी वुड बी प्रोवाइडिंग यू विद डेमो लेक्चर्स। मतलब अगर आप 1-2 बार आके देखिए, आपको लेक्चर्स ठीक लगते हैं, उसके बाद ही आप फीस पे कीजिए। वी आर गिविंग यू मॉक टेस्ट ऑल्सो, क्रैश कोर्सेज भी हम करा रहे हैं। इन शॉर्ट ये सारे जो क्लासेस हैं दीज आर फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स। बहुत कम प्राइस पे हम लोग ज्यादा से ज्यादा अच्छी फैकल्टी आपको मुहैया कराने की कोशिश करते हैं। दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट फ्रॉम माय साइड। अगर स्टूडेंट चाहें, उनके दिमाग में कोई भी किसी भी तरह की क्वेरी है तो वो लोग पूछ सकते हैं। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you so much, Sushila ma'am. Students, if you have any queries, you can either write in the chat box or you can unmute yourself and ask. We have Diya Nair.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Diya, please go ahead.
Ma'am, I had a question about as currently I am not in Vadodara, India right now. I'm staying outside. So can I do my CS course here?
Where are you located, dear?
Huh?
Where are you located?
I'm now at Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
As my family is here, I'm mostly coming back, but for now, as the COVID is highly risk at right now there, so can I continue my CS? Can I start my CS from here?
Yes, you can always continue. I think there would be a chapter, there would be a center for exam also at Dubai, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
I think there is a center at Dubai where you can also give your exams. If you're not coming down all the way to India, you can also give your exams from there. All your course books and modules would be mailed to you. Like you can give your Abu Dhabi address and they will, of course, they'll take some postage charges, but they will mail you all your books and everything. You can also get online books if you want right away. But if you want physical books, that also can be dealt with. You just have to mention your address and it will be couriered to you there. So all these things will be taken care of. You can study from wherever you are. And whenever the exams are there, you can just approach the Dubai center. You can approach, there are options where you can opt for your exam center. So There you can select which center you want to opt for.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Lalita Patel. Lalita, you can go ahead with your question.
Ma'am, I have no doubt.
Yeah,
You
please.
raise your hand, no? So that's why. Yes, anybody else who want to ask something? Do we have any further question?
मैम वो एम्प्लॉय के साथ वो कर सीएस कर सकते हैं ना?
हाँ, मतलब आप बीकॉम के साथ भी सीएस कर सकते हैं, बीकॉम के साथ भी कर सकते हैं, एमकॉम के साथ एलएलबी जो भी कर रहे हैं, ये आपकी एडेड डिग्री होगी. द ओनली थिंग इज दिस इज इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ ऑल योर ग्रेजुएशंस. अगर आपने, आई वुड लाइक टू ब्रिंग टू योर नोटिस दैट कभी कभी होता है बच्चे ने कभी कभी बीकॉम नहीं किया होता है पर वो कंपनी सेक्रेटरी या सीए होता है, तो this professional degree has this advantage that you don't need to be a graduate for going through with this degree. तो आप 12th के बाद भी कर सकते हो, और अगर आपने बाकी कोई डिग्रीज ली है then it's always an added advantage.
Shoaib also has a question. Shoaib, wait for a minute. We have, ma'am, students who are watching us on YouTube live. So students who are watching us on YouTube, if you have any question, you can please write there in the message section, and technical team is here. They will pass on the questions to us and we'll ask them to ma'ams. Shoaib, you have raised your hand. If you have any question, please proceed.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, how many years in CS?
There is no such duration, dear. You can always see once you enroll, and if you are a graduate, then you can directly enroll for executive program. But if you are an undergraduate, if you are a UG, then you'll have to clear CSET, which is a small MCQ exam of I think a couple of hours. So once you clear with CSET, then there is, you can appear for both the modules together, one module, and after that, whatever way you want, whichever way you want. As I said, the course is very flexible. You can give one module after every 6 months, and you can clear it in 2.5 years, or you can clear it in two years by giving both the modules together and clearing it in one go. So there is a fixed duration. It depends upon how fast you clear it. So professional degree has this advantage. ये आपका, ये एक एडवांटेज है आपको कि आप ये क्लियर कर सकते हो एज एन आपके हिसाब, आपके मुताबिक. अगर आपने पढ़ाई की है तो आप एक सेमेस्टर में ही दोनों मॉड्यूल्स क्लियर कर सकते हो, और आपकी पढ़ाई एक मॉड्यूल के लिए हुई है तो पहले वो करें, फिर दूसरे 6 महीने के बाद दूसरी एग्जाम दे तो दूसरा मॉड्यूल दे तो. बट ओनली थिंग इज कि अगर वो मॉड्यूल सिलेक्ट किया है तो उसके चारों चार पेपर आपको एक साथ क्लियर करने हैं, वो आपको वो श्योर है.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. Do we have any? Yes, we have one question on YouTube. Per month fees.
इसमें पर मंथ नहीं होता है बेटा फीस. इसमें क्या होता है कि यू हैव टू एनरोल फॉर द प्रोग्राम, और एग्जीक्यूटिव प्रोग्राम की एक फीस होती है एनरोल होने की. तो वो आप एनरोल करने के बाद एक बार वो फीस भर दी, फिर आपको जब भी क्लियर हो जाता है तब तक वही फीस रहती है. ओनली आपको एग्जाम फीस देनी होती है हर बार जब भी आप एग्जाम के लिए अपियर करते हो. जैसे आपने अगर दोनों मॉड्यूल के लिए अपने एग्जीक्यूटिव में एनरोल कर दिया तो एक बार फर्स्ट टाइम जो फीस भर दी वो भर दी, फिर उसके बाद आपको नहीं भरनी होती है. उसके बाद जब आपकी एग्जाम्स कंडक्ट होती है तब एग्जाम फीस भरनी होती है, तब तक आपको कोई फीस नहीं देनी होती है. और सीसेट की जैसे एनरोलमेंट की एक फीस है 1000 रुपीज, तो आप जितनी बार एग्जाम्स हो गए इट्स एग्जाम एनरोलमेंट फीस, तो आपको 1000 रुपीज देने पड़ेंगे. पर अगर आपने फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में ही वो क्लियर कर लिया और आपने वो प्रॉपरली अटेम्प्ट कर लिया तो आपको फिर नहीं देना है, तो मतलब आपका एक लेवल खत्म हो गया, तो आपको सीधा ही एग्जीक्यूटिव में फिर ऐसा ही है कि आपको एक बार एनरोलमेंट फीस देनी है, उसके बाद आपको कुछ नहीं देना है मंथली. उसके बाद जब भी आपको तैयारी करते रहना है, और एग्जाम के टाइम के जो भी डेडलाइंस है उसके पहले आपको एग्जाम फीस भरनी होती है. जैसे आपको दिसंबर में अटेम्प्ट देना है तो आपको सितंबर तक आपको एनरोल करना होता है ऐसा.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Do we have any other questions? Total fees. Ma'am, they are asking about the fees for both the एनरोलमेंट फीस कितनी होती है मैम?
एक मिनट है, मैं आपको बताती हूँ। आई थिंक सुशीला मैम ने वो कवर किया था।
मैं शेयर्ड इट। यस,
आई थिंक सुशीला मैम ने शेयर किया था एग्जीक्यूटिव कोर्स का, पर फिर भी आई हैव टू चेक इट आउट विथ, क्योंकि ये क्या होता है हर बार ये लोग काफी चीजें वेव करते रहते हैं। जैसे अभी उन्होंने काफी फीस वेव की है काफी बच्चों की, तो ये एक चीज है कि उन्होंने काफी प्रोग्राम्स की फीस वेव कर ली है, पर फिर भी आई हैव टू चेक इट आउट। Till then, you can proceed with next question. I'll just get back to you on this.
yes, sure ma'am. Ma'am, whatever PPT portion for circulation you want, you can send it to us. You can mail it to me, or you can WhatsApp to me. Whatever is like can be there in public domain. So we'll
Okay.
circulate it to our students, and through me they'll contact you also. So in case of any further doubt or queries. Do
Okay,
you have
sure.
any questions right now? Anyone? No, I think we do not have any questions. चैट में यस निलय, एनरोलमेंट की फीस कितनी है? हाँ मैम बता रहे हैं। पराग,
मैं आपको 2 मिनट में।
फीस कितनी है? इट्स ऑल अबाउट फीस।
हाँ, इसमें सब्सक्रिप्शन
पराग एंड निलय।
इसमें उन्होंने काफी चीजें वेव की है, इसलिए फीस इस बार दे हैव नॉट मेंशन्ड इट टू अस, एंड आई कैन गेट बैक टू यू ऑन द फीस थिंग फॉर द डिटेल्स। जस्ट गिव मी अ कपल ऑफ आवर्स। ऐसा होगा तो मैं निधि मैडम से शेयर करवा दूंगी आपको लीफलेट के साथ कि एनरोलमेंट फीस क्या होती है, क्योंकि अदरवाइज यूजुअली
कविता मैम, I think he is asking for ICSI Vadodara का fees.
Ma'am, both questions are there. No, ma'am, both the questions are there.
अच्छा,
Nilay is
अच्छा, both
asking
the
about
questions are there,
enrollment.
okay.
There are two persons. Nilay and
I would
Parag,
like
Nilay and Parag, my number
हाँ
is
जी,
in on the
हाँ जी,
flyer, so you can
हाँ, हाँ.
contact me, and whatever fee structure ma'am transfers to me, I'll surely send it to you. Okay,
मैं
maybe
एक
in a
और
day or
चीज
two.
मैं एक और चीज ऐड करना चाहूंगी। फीस का डिस्कशन वी वुड बी सेंडिंग यू फीस का डिटेल्स, बट अगर स्टूडेंट्स नहीं ज्वाइन करना चाह रहे, इफ दे डोंट वांट टू ज्वाइन एनी पर्सनल कोचिंग क्लासेस, ये जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको कोचिंग ज्वाइन करना ही है पर्सनल या हमारा। अगर स्टूडेंट्स
Yes.
बहुत इंटेलिजेंट हैं, वो खुद से पढ़ सकते हैं, तो वो आराम से इस कोर्स को क्रैक कर सकते हैं। तो ये
Right.
जरूरी नहीं है कि आप क्लासेस ज्वाइन करें, बट आपको हेल्प की जरूरत लग रही है तभी आप क्लासेस ज्वाइन कीजिएगा।
Yes, I think Sushila ma'am has very valid point. So those who are asking, they should be very clear about it. If you feel that you can study on your own and you can crack the exam, then of course you can do that. It's not compulsory for you to join the classes. Yes, so
It somewhere comes around 8 to 9,000 rupees. I'm not sure. Again, I'll have to confirm it with the institute.
no
I'll
ma'am,
have to
no
because
problem ma'am. You can just confirm it and let
yes,
me
yes,
know. I'll
because I
pass
would
it
not
on.
like to give them a wrong this thing.
And
So
no, I agree. I understand.
because
No.
this time they have waived a lot of fees, so there is a lot of concession for students. They have waived even UG students. उनको CSET पहले तो क्या था कि graduates also had to undergo CSET exams. बट उन्होंने बीकॉम वालों को, अगर उन्होंने बीकॉम क्लियर किया है तो उनको सीसेट की एग्जाम ही वेव करती है, दे कैन डायरेक्टली एनरोल इनटू एग्जीक्यूटिव, सो व्हिच वाज नॉट द सिनेरियो कपल ऑफ इयर्स बैक। अभी वो उन्होंने चेंज कर दिया है, सिंस 19 से ये चेंज हुआ था, अभी 21 में अगेन उन्होंने सीसेट एग्जाम कर दिया है फॉर ग्रेजुएट्स, सो दैट इज अ एडवांटेज। सो दे हैव गिवन लॉट ऑफ कंसेशन। सो अभी उन्होंने क्या फीस भी उन्होंने इस तरह से काफी कम कर दी है। I'll again have to get back to you on that officially.
Sure, ma'am. Sure. And students, could you please send the fees detail to all the students, ma'am? Yes, Juhi, I'll do that. I'll circulate the leaflet, yeah, whatever information provided by ma'am to all our groups. Okay. Okay. So, fine. No other questions, student? Okay. So, CS Namita Shah ma'am and CS Sushila ma'am, we are so very thankful to you for being with us and guiding our students on all the parts of CS, starting from the career opportunities to papers and syllabus covers to programs to fee structures, everything. I think it's all 360-degree coverage for our students, and they really have an insight now to go for this particular professional course. So thank you once again on behalf of AFSA UG, and we would like ma'am you both to invite to the campus to meet our students personally and to guide them again whenever we get such opportunity. So
Sure,
thank you
ma'am.
so much.
And we would like to take a screenshot of all the students if they are comfortable to,
Yes, yes.
if somebody wants to make themselves visible, if they have not an issue, then we would like to.
Students, please, can you please put on your videos so that we can have a collective screenshot of all of us? Yes, Faiza, VJ, we can VJ. Ha, thank you. We can do a gallery view. Yes, we have
Yes.
Krishan with us. We have Mohan ma'am. Yes, we welcome our very senior teacher, Mohan ma'am, to the. Thank you so much, ma'am, for attending, for being with us. Yeah, Parag, we have. Dia is there. Yes. Yes, slowly and gradually they are. Nilay, we have Juhi.
Thanks a lot for your screenshot support because it really matters to us also, like it matters to you, because it is a part of our efforts that we would like to recognize, and of course we'll also recognize MSU's efforts for helping us to organize this webinar for your students, and at the same time giving us this opportunity to interact with your students. I hope the information has been useful to you और आपको इससे काफी मदद मिलेगी. सिर्फ एनरोलमेंट फीस है वो तो मैं आपको आपकी ICSI की वेबसाइट है उस पर जाकर भी देख सकते हैं, एंड ऑफिशियल जो भी रिकॉर्ड्स होंगे वो निधि मैडम थ्रू हम आपको शेयर करेंगे, जो भी अगर किसी को भी इंटरेस्ट है. और हमारा चैप्टर ऑफिस यहाँ RC दत्त रोड पर है. इट इज नियर इन अलकापुरी. So anybody wants to visit there can surely come there and get whatever information they want regarding ICSI professional syllabus, that is.
Ma'am, can you repeat the address?
It is at hotel. It is on the second floor of Oftel Tower. Up above, it is near Stop and Shop Plaza, Hotel Shagun, RC Dutt Road. Sushila ma'am, you have that slide with you that has the address.
Shagun Hotel, just a second.
I'll also share. I have it. I'll share it. I'll share it. Yes, I have it. I'll share it with them. This is the address. It is at second floor, Stop and Shop Plaza, Oftel Tower, RC Dutt Road.
Thank you.
And these are the numbers also in case you want to contact them. You can also do that. They'll be able to help you out. We are also there, but we are honorary. They'll be there full time. So you can contact anybody at the chapter office. They'll be always there to help you out. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Students, you can contact them further for any queries, and my number is also there. You can contact me also. And please remember, we have similar such webinar on day after tomorrow, that is on 9th of September at the same time from 4 to 5. So please do join us. I'll send you the flyer as well as the link by today evening. So all of you are welcome there also. And in case of any questions, queries and suggestions, I'm always there. You can contact me. Thank you, everyone.
1 minute.
Yes,
Nidhi,
Mohan
I
ma'am.
have a special thanks to you and the Dean of the Faculty for arranging our students through APSA, a very good, useful program for them. Thank you very much. You have done it well.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot to us. Thank you so much.
We would also like to thank you, ma'am. As Nidhi madam said, you are a senior faculty and you have joined this program. It's also encouraging to us. And I think
It's a
I'm
nice
sure
one.
many of my counterparts would have also been with you in their younger time. So thanks.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, my number is there on the flyer, which is circulated in all our college groups. So you can take my number from there and you can contact me. Right? So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us and have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am. Thank you.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye,
Thanks,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, beta. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.